Hey guys, they're back with another Meltdown. YouTube, if you're watching this video is 100% YouTube compliant. The magazines we use are 29 round YouTube compliant magazines. The lower we are running is a semi-automatic lower. It is not fully automatic. Everything we have here is 100% YouTube compliant and federal and state and local law regulated and compliant. We do not sell firearms. For anybody watching this video to believe we're doing anything out of the ordinary, whatever, every bit of this is script and we're not even shooting real bullets. So that being said, guys, enjoy the Meltdown. Let's go ahead and get started.
What's happening, y'all? This is Alexander with Guns, and we're out here on the range with Mr. Ben Webb. I brought out an ATI Omni polymer upper, and we're going to see how long it lasts, huh?
Yeah, this one right here is going to be one of the most interesting ones we've done, mainly because, like, you know, with ATI, they're a hybrid system. It's a polymer, and then this back here is mainly polymer as well, high temperature polymers such as like Glock, stuff like that. But this one right here mixed with as hot as this barrel is going to be getting and everything else, we're probably going to be seeing a good time as long as this will last up to a decent amount. The barrel in of itself is an H-bar barrel, a 1 in 8 twist H-bar. The gas tube in it, we're not sure who they source their gas tubes through, but as long as that gas tube will hold up, I would say this handguard will be catching fire and we will have a good time on our hands.
You know, everybody kind of wants inexpensive ARs. This is really inexpensive, yes. Just about as inexpensive as you can get. And the cool thing about it is, back in the day, Eugene Stoner really wanted heavy use of polymers in the firearm, in the AR-15 design, but they didn't have the technology back then to have quality polymers. Well, we have more quality polymers, but we want to see what the extent of that quality we can push this to. So this is just something out of the brand new, out of the GDC inventory. And I don't know, we'll see how long it lasts.
Oh yeah, for certain. So, you know, just like he's talking about with cheaper ARs, you know, we've most of the time stayed around that $500–600 dollar Rita mark is the easiest way to put it for YouTube compliancy. You know, so this is one of the more cheaper ones that we've melted, and you know, we're not against it melting cheap uppers. We just want to see, you know, everything across the board, what's best and what they have to offer. So this one, like I said, will be a very interesting one. You know, we've got some concerns with possible, you know, rupture of the full upper receiver, handguard, stuff like that. So obviously we're going to be as safe as possible. You know, once again, thank you to our sponsors, GDC Guns. Thank you to them for sponsoring us with this upper receiver and the ammunition in today's video. Also, thank you to RTS Tactical for our shields to keep us as safe as possible. We don't want nobody getting killed, and let's hope that we end up here in one piece today, the way we came in. And also, as well, thank you to Center Target Firearms and Indoor Range for the full semi-automatic lower. YouTube, it is a one round per pull of the trigger, and for the ATF watching, Class 3 FFL SOT, so we're all good and legal here. Ain't nothing doing nothing illegal. But that being said, appreciate all you guys, and also appreciate GDC or Guns, depending on how you want to say it. But like I said, we're going to have a good time here. And
I'm excited.
I'm very excited,
pumped.
And I'm a little bit scared. I wore my black pants, so hopefully that right there will keep everything in line, because let me tell you something, this is going to be a good, interesting upper to Meltdown. So without further ado,
let's get after it.
Let's go ahead and get on with the show. All right, guys, ATI Omni Hybrid. Let's go ahead and get to work. Here's to you, dog. Yep. Alright, got one fire on us. Clear. Another fair. Double feed and a half. We're clear. Yep. Gosh, dog, what a figure right there. We're hung up good. All right, unhung. One round. Very interesting rate of fire. Clear. Okay. Another failure. Woo! Another failure. Clear. System is now on fire. Upper is now on fire. Gosh, dog. Yeah, all right, so gas tube is now snaked on us, and gas tube looks like it has come out of the system to where it will no longer go in the battery, so that will be the end of the meltdown for the ATI Hybrid Omni. You can see she's burning like a flame in the middle of the night, boys, so let's go ahead and get her put out, let her think about what she's done, but overall, pretty interesting meltdown. Glad we're still sitting here in one piece. We didn't get through many rounds, but at the same time, pretty interesting meltdown. Woo! All right, guys, so we are back. Final round count on the ATI Omni Hybrid is 295 rounds. Was an interesting one, let's just say that. So, you know, looking down range, you know, I can't really see much to nothing out of that Ronin helmet, but I could see that it started catching fire, and then it wouldn't, I'd say a mag after it caught fire, that it ended up ending. So our final endpoint was the gas tube. As we can see down in here right now, the gas tube actually starts snaking on us, and if we flip over the upper, it still looks like it's in line, but technically speaking it's not, because we couldn't even get the boat carrier group to go into battery. You know, we did have a lot of severe failures as well. That's something else, you know, taking consideration with these meltdowns, is that once we start having severe failures, and then we get real high up in round counts, you know, 600-700 rounds, most of the time we'll call it, because that's cook off error, and plus two, if we get a double feed and my hand's up here around the ejection port, it could blow up. So, you know, for anybody thinking, hey, why didn't he kill it off earlier whenever he has before in the past, that's why. You know, 300, 250 round mark, you know, we're still safe. Cook-offs are not really that severe, especially with the with ejection open, but you start getting around that 600-700 round mark, and, you know, we're in cook-off territory at that point. Lord have mercy, she's still hot on my hand. I've got a
glove on. If you can't tell, it got a little warm out here.
It sure did.
But it's kind of cool, because I would like to point out that one of the interesting things is with any meltdown, the first point that's going to go is always going to be the gas tube, and that's exactly what we saw here.
Yeah.
These aren't made for necessarily back-to-back full auto fire.
No.
But we didn't see any ruptures in the barrel or anything that's, you know, overly catastrophic outside of that, you know, catching fire with the polymer and the gas tube. And I thought it was interesting. You know?
Oh, yeah. You know, it's still, technically speaking, as of the time the video is releasing, it's still not the lowest on our market. So, I mean, you know, for once again, $250, $300 Rita upper, it wasn't bad at all. I mean, and like I said, it's always fun seeing something melt, if it even is the handguard melt or whatever it is. It always brings a little bit of flair back to the video. But, I mean, as you can see, it was starting to get even further back. And once again, like we was talking about earlier, if it would have got all the way back to actually the upper receiver, we'd have probably ended it at that if it was still running at that point. But, you know, you've got an H-bar barrel. Actually, now that we can see down in it, it looks more like a government profile, because it's pretty slim down in here, but the barrel is marked H-bar. So, you know, it might be a hybrid. It might be a woman at night and a man in the day. Who knows? But either way it goes, guys, very interesting meltdown, and we had a ton of fun doing it. We've got multiple more coming from Guns or GDC.
Works.
Yes, guns. GDC or Guns. So, what do you think?
YouTube loves us.
Oh yeah, YouTube loves us as well. We've already been took off twice and everything else. I mean, we're still here. We're still a partying. So I guess it's until how much longer we'll be able to stay here, but we're still here having fun while we are here.
I think it's cool because, again, not everybody's going to go out and necessarily get super expensive things. You kind of want to see what's the failure threshold for something that's not going to break the bank. You know, nobody's going to fire 290 rounds necessarily that quickly, but it is something to take in consideration. You know, the polymer handguard started melting long before the failure point, right? So that's something to take into account. You know, if you're going through long periods of fire, you do want to be careful of your hand and whatever you're mounting out here on that M-lock. But I was actually impressed. It lasted a little bit longer than I thought it was going to last. And I don't know, like I said, it's cool. It's cool to see something like this that's inexpensive, still kind of run. It would be a lot of fun to, like, you know, kind of fix up the gas tube and then see what the accuracy looks like now.
Yeah.
But interesting for sure.
Yeah, the rifling is still crystal clear in it. There's no throat erosion. There's no end erosion from what I can just see here. The rifling looks perfect still. I mean, once again, you know, it's a pretty heavy profile barrel too. So, I mean, technically speaking, if we want to take one of these from factory, take and replace the gas tube, put a heavy-duty gas tube in and an Inconel, or, you know, just a good branded gas tube, we could probably end up having this thing melt all the way back to here. But once again, I'm wanting to leave here alive. I'm not. I don't make.
Important thing.
Yeah. You know, they say get rich or die trying. Well, you know, I'd rather get rich first before I die trying. But either way it goes, we've had a good time here today, and I hope you all have enjoyed this video as well.
It does appear that the rail is a little bit more high quality polymer than maybe the rest, but
and you know, if you really think about it, you know, that's where you're going to be mounting your most, you know, your optics, whatever else. So I can see why the rail, and plus too, you know, it's a little bit thicker than what it would be on the walls here. So yeah, the rail 100% held up better than the normal polymer, but as you can see, either way it goes, plastic's plastic, and it will melt either from one side to another. But like I said, we're here, we're alive, and that's all that matters in the end.
Worst comes to worst, it's a great way to make cancer s'mores.
Oh, yes, 100%, yes. So, yeah, if you see me on a commercial in about 30 years saying, oh, you got mesothelioma or did you get cancer from watching this video, yeah, just go ahead and send it my way, Bubby. But, guys, I appreciate y'all viewing as always. If you have any questions or comments about the ATI Omni Hybrid, please leave in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, thank you to GDC or Guns for sponsoring today's upper and ammunition in today's video. Once again, thank you to RTS Tactical for our shields and our plate carrier in today's video. And once again, thank you to Center Target Firearms and Indoor Range for sponsoring the full semi-automatic lower for YouTube watching, and I know you are. It is a semi-automatic lower. I've got the quickest trigger finger in the West, and nobody can tell me otherwise. But also for the ATF Class 3 FFL SOT. Once again, guys, I appreciate y'all viewing. Please leave a comment section or a comment in the comment section below to tell us what you want to see us melt next. That's all we always want to see. Got some very interesting meltdowns coming either way it goes, but let's hear you all. What do you all want to see? Got anything else you'd like to add, Alex?
I'm looking forward to working with you a bunch more, bring out some more uppers, see how long things last. But thank you so much from the GDC crew. And yeah, I'm gonna watch this YouTube video.
Oh yeah, this is
I wanna relive this moment.
Yes, this is 100% that you do not want to miss. But guys, I appreciate y'all viewing as always. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.